Video froze. Oh, well, that would make sense. I was like, man, he's taking a bit to set up that Obi-Wan. That's okay. We will just get our camera reset here. Sometimes you got to give it a little nudge before she goes. There we go. Now we're getting moving. So here, looking just like taco truck food whenever they show up.
Just text me if you need anything.
I want those tacos that you got me last time.
All right, I'll get you more tacos.
Nice.
Just kidding.
All right.
Apparently I pulled it out of my bag this morning.
All right, so let's double check this. So let's see if my prompter is right. It's a little off. I'll work on that for a second. Let's try that again. Yeah, now we're getting it. Boom, fancy. All right, we got a firing line of U-wings and arcs coming in. So do a little quick breakdown here, and that so we're gonna start with Michael. And he has an Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, Obi-Wan's in the Delta 7B configuration, which means that he's got a stat line of 3, 2, 3, 3. 2 agility, 3 attack, 3 hull, 3 shields. He's got a healing droid, R2 Estromech, so he's got 2 charges, can take a weapons disabled, so that he can recover a shield before he activates. And, of course, Obi-Wan's got 3 force, and you can use those force to where a friendly at range 0 to 1 spends a focus token. Obi-Wan can spend his force so that they can gain another focus token. So it essentially makes all of these arcs have basically Obi-Wan's force. So it's very good, especially if he's trying to use these, he's trying to spend a focus defensively, but still wants to modify his attack. So Obi-Wan comes in here as the secret ace, but also support. Nice touch to these. The 104th Battalion, so their lowest initiative base model for the arcs. They have 3 out the front, 2 out the rear, 3 shields and 6 hulls. You can see on our screen here. They're pretty standard brawlers. I mean, 42 points. Very efficient platforms for the 2 arcs and 9 health. Very, very good. Limited maneuverability on that medium base, but you got that rear arc, so shouldn't be a problem most of the time. All right, then Enano. Enano's got 4 U-wings. His main one here, I put at the top, is the Initiative 3. Magva Yarrow. Now, Magva Yarrow is going to prevent any attacking ship. Or wait, let me just try that. Magva Yarrow. I'm just going to read your ability, actually, because I might actually be saying it wrong. Magva Yarrow says, when a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 defense, the attacker cannot reroll more than 1 attack die. We'll see if that comes into play here. Michael's 104th and Obi-Wan really like their focus tokens, so most likely won't be re-rolling too much dice. But in the off chance that they try to start taking target locks, that's going to slow them down as well. It's really going to prevent Michael from wanting to double modify his shots. And most likely just going to stick to the focus tokens then. Of course, that's crack shot, so if he ends up in a bullseye scenario, he can remove an evade result. With Magva, you have Benthic 2 Tubes, one of the 2 Tubes brothers. Benthic's ability says after you perform a focus action, you may transfer 1 of your focus tokens to a friendly ship at range 1, 2, 2, which means because Benthic has Perceptive Co-Pilot, he's going to be able to take a focus action, get 2 focus tokens, and then give 1 to a friendly nearby. So it's like a pseudo coordinate. Very, very good. Keeps these blue squadrons alive. Also Magva Yarrow as well. Speaking of blue squadrons, there is one with Leia on board. Leia, of course, reduces the difficulty of red maneuvers every 3 rounds because it's charge-based. 3 charges there. It's very, very useful on these U-Wings. They have a red stop as their only red maneuver. But between that and Pivot Wing, they can stop and rotate and still take actions. Rounding out the list is another Blue Squadron Scout. This one has Jyn Erso. Jyn Erso says, after a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 would gain a focus token, it may gain 1 evade token instead. Now, it's very good synergy with Benthic 2 tubes because when Benthic takes that Perceptive Co-Pilot and transfers that focus token, Jyn Erso can make it an evade. So he can allow, say, a wounded U-Wing to take a focus action, and then Benthic throws them an evade token. Going to be very resilient in combination with the Magva Yarrow ability to really mitigate as much damage as possible. The interesting part about this is that I think Michael chose to take the initiative here. As I said when this match started, so it's going to prevent the U-Wings from blocking the arcs, but it's going to limit his maneuverability with the arcs because he'll have to maneuver around these kind of stopping U-Wings. But it's also going to give them information when they white stop with that Leia and utilize the rotation of their pivot wings. They can rotate and be able to make sure that they get shots on these arcs. Now, you can see this bottom one here. This bottom one's trying to get some good arcs going here, trying to focus down on the 2 more expensive U-Wings, the Benthic and the Magva as well. Unfortunately, though, he's got one of them, the middle arc, clip that debris, or excuse me, there's a gas cloud right there. Clip the gas cloud, so no action. And the last one's taking a focus token here. So he's got this nice firing line going on, trying to lock down the approaching lanes. So it looks like we have a Benthic going first. He's going to do that Benthic ability, give another U-Wing a focus action. And looks like that's going to be, or excuse me, it's a focus token actually. So it looks like Enano here barely missing that debris. So he has options for action. Now he can take his own focus action, but he ends up locking then the kind of arc left by himself out here in the front. Looks like the other one's coming in, gonna end up bumping here. But he's got a great approach into this lane, getting all the firing arcs, shooting down. I'm surprised he didn't give the focus token to the one who was gonna bump. That's an interesting choice for me, but double modifying your shot is also very strong. We got Magma coming down here, gonna hide behind that debris cloud, giving her extra defense in addition to her ability. She's just gonna pop a lock off. Save it for next round, most likely. We have Obi-Wan coming around. Wanted to avoid that gas cloud for the time being, but it looks like Enano here has the superior engagement. He's got focus fire here, 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 and here, all coming down into that one U-Wing. or excuse me, to the 1 arc. But it looks like, yeah, we got shots here and possibly there. But I don't think that's just going to be out of arc to hit that last U-wing. So a little bit of split fire, and definitely Enano has, I think, the superior engagement here. All right, looks like we got a focus token there being spent from the arc. Range 3, and there it is. Look at that. It's able to spend the focus token and take no damage. That's a good question. Magma should have shot first before all of the 2s, but unless they want to resolve now, I do not think Magma had arc. So this was the unmodified arc into the U-wing, and no damage is dealt. Debating whether to spin the focus. He's only got 1 agility, at most 2. There you go. Pops it off for 3, and looks like that's Benthic out there with the Perceptive Co-Pilot eating those shots. I mean, because he's got double actions there, or the pseudo-coordinate, if you will. Yep, looks like they missed that trigger. This didn't seem like it would affect anything, so they're just going to resolve it now. Debating the lock. He's going to use it. Yep. There you go. We'll see if he rolls those focus tokens. Or focus results. Doesn't. He just ends up going, or he does end up using 1, but most likely would have saved it for offense anyways. So ends up with 2 shields here on the bottom right arc, or bottom left actually. All right, so that was the unmodified shot from the U-wing. 99 results here. Range 2 from the one with the target lock. I think he's saving it here. Yep, he saves the lock. So 2 more damage on the arc. Now 1 away from half there. And then Benthic with the focus finishing off the round. Another range 2. Yep, so, a crit coming through. We'll see if that crit is hit, crit. Something about an action. I think that's the end of shots there. Everybody engaged? Going to end phase. I'm just going to run over and see what that crit was. I'll mark it down as they begin the planning phase. Definitely Enano here, wounded. That makes sense. Someone's got better eyes than me. That is for sure. That's not a big deal. He's not stressed right now. So it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Now, the problem here is that these 3 U-wings are going to be, yes, all those U-wings, yes. They're going to be able to just sit there basically and keep this wide firing arcs out here and just pepper in to this engagement zone. Hopefully Michael's able to get all of his ships into shooting. Now he really needs that Obi-Wan alive, but you also need him rolling red dice as well. This Obi-Wan's going to be the in-game piece that Michael's going to need to succeed in winning this fight, as long as he can whittle away at least 3 of the U-Wings, so Obi-Wan can go one-on-one in the end game. Obi-Wan's also the most expensive the most expensive ship on the board right now. Oh, sure. Do we normally use yellow? I think we use yellow. Yeah, that should be good, right? I forgot about red, green. So, no problem there. We'll switch over to yellow. Still trying to hit our subscriber goal for today. Looks like we're trying to go 750 for our Spoon Lord giveaway. Oh, look at this. Ark's coming in. I think he's trying to force a bump here. The angle of that bump is going to be very important, because if those U-Wings do sit, he might not have Ark on that rear U-Wing. Thanks for the subscription. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe through Amazon Prime. Gives you a free Twitch subscription. Otherwise, you can sign up right through Twitch on our you can subscribe directly through on our Twitch channel as well. You can also sub out subscriptions, or excuse me, gift. You can gift subscriptions as well if you're just feeling extra generous. So let's see. Oh, also, I got to give a big shout out to our Kerpal Creatives, Andrew Knuckles. He's going to be sponsoring the World Tour. You can use World Tour 2019 for 20% off of Kerpal Creatives. That's good till Monday. Also, you can get 15% off of District Foundry as well. So, looks like we did have a Leia pop there, and everybody's going to be sitting. Some Benthic sitting. Passes off the token there, and allowing that rear U-Wing to lock. Magnus is going to close their wings here. Flip around, come in behind, and pops off another lock as well. So we'll see where Obi-Wan here coming in. He's trailing behind these U-Wings. Oh, we got quite the engagement going on right now. Obi-Wan comes in, trying to be safe here. Wants to make sure he's got an exit lane by coming in too. If he cut down here and pointed here, he'd have to turn out like that. But because he's facing this direction, he can one bank, or he's barrel rolling actually. Yep, uses fine-tuned controls there to barrel roll, pops off the focus. I think he was just trying to guarantee that he's got arc on that damaged U-Wing. And we'll be doing some shooting. All right, Obi-Wan. Let's see if he spends his focus or the force. He ends up spending the focus token, and that's going to be 2 down on the Leia U-Wing. It was Benthic who was hurt before. Taking a moment here. I think they keep doing that. Is Magma not 3? I might go yell at him for just a second. Yep, they had a judge nearby. Let him know that Mag was up first. Though I missed the shot as I was walking back. So pretty good shot in return here. Woo, nice. So that's one dodge, hit, crit. And that is that's a weapons failure onto the Leia U-Wing. I think Maverick blanked out there, even with the lock. Oof. Michael's making up for this, the poor engagement first round by rolling some hot fire. So it looks like that Leia U-Wing's going to take ultimately just one there. He's got 2 hull left. Or excuse me, 1 hull left. They start with 5. He survives the round. So dodges 1, ultimately takes 2, which I think might drop that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, still alive at 1. It's going to cost him another shot. All right, range 1 here. Spends the luck. And the focus. Pretty much a kill shot there. He's only got 1 hull. It just puts down 1 evade and takes a bunch of damage. And he's out. All right, looks like Benthic then gonna fire into the next arc. Hit, crit. Focus result, had the focus token, so spends it, takes 2 shields. All right, I think that's it for shots. Double check in here. Yep, he's gonna get removed. So quite a bounce back from Michael there. Did end up leaving that U-Wing at 1 health. It's going to cost him 1 more shot there. But Obi-Wan, as long as he can maintain arc, he can take that U-Wing off the board. It is the Leia one. He just used Leia, so Leia's only got 1 charge now. So he doesn't really need it for a while. I'm in trouble. Oh, thanks, Dion. Yeah, we know. Oh, we know. It was 79 degrees all night. Last night and the night before. Trust me, I know. Sweating. All right, so here's the interesting thing. So there's no more Leia.
Players, 45 minutes remaining in round 1. 35 minutes.
U-Wing's going to be in trouble here because they'd have no more Leia stop, so they're not going to be able to get their actions if they do plan on stopping, keeping these firing lines. What is nice is that these arcs are going to have rear arc attacks if they hard to away to this way. You can see how if they go like this, They'll end up getting rear arc shots. Yeah, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, everybody say good night to Dion. We're going to be streaming here in the morning, or his morning, which is about, let's see, we ended up ending at 8 today, or yesterday. Paul said that he was trying to finish today by 7. Oh, hello, Chris from Tim.
Hi.
What are you doing today? All right. So, looks like the arcs did come in, trying for those rear arcs shots. Benthic coming in. Ooh, sneaks over the arcs, trying for a block on Obi-Wan. If he does anything more than a one bank. Benthic there gives the focus token to one of the U-Wings, which may or may not bump. An expert finger pop of the bottle. He's going to see if he bumps into Benthic or the arc. Looks like the arc. Whoa, he landed it? Slight judge call there, making sure everything's proper here. It's very close maneuver. Could be a nub issue. A little bit of advantage templating mixed with the nubs, making it look like it wasn't a bump. Excellent judge there. Just double checking the line, make sure it's got it lined up on the template correctly. And we'll see if it ends up being called a bump or not. Already does have that focus token, so ultimately was ruled a bump. All right, plenty of room for Magnum to follow up in behind here. I don't think this game's going to go to time. These guys really taking their shots. We're able to engage quickly. So hopefully we'll have some extra time for some giveaways. Giving away things every round. I got cards. I got these new cool. I don't want to missay the squadron here. We got Liberty Squadron with Mark Moriarty designing a General Grievous Altart. I got a bunch of those to give away. If we meet our stream goal, if we get 23 more subscribers, I'm going to give away a little special prize that I got from Liberty Squadron, and it looks pretty awesome. In addition to obviously the Spoon Lord giveaway. All right, looks like Obi-Wan here did do the one bank. He's going to fine-tune controls, barrel roll backwards to hope that he can grab an arc on that U-Wing. Thanks for the description, Fett. We need 12 more of them. Oh, wait, 22? I don't know how math works. All right, so it looks like Obi-Wan was able to barrel roll out of that arc. He's only one force down. Been pretty conservative with his force for so far. Trying to hoard on to as many of those force charges as he can. He's going to need them at some point. All right, so range 2 here. Debating force or focus. And he ends up choosing force there. Ooh, double blank. So that is the Jyn Erso one. Jyn Erso taking a couple shields. I know, I don't have those awesome dots. We need them. They'll be okay. So there's Magva's shot here. Range 1. Hit, crit. How many crits do you want to take? No crits or 1 crit? He says no crits. So dodges 1, and the other one takes the shield. And another wounded pilot out there. Those clones always getting wounded. Michael calls out the range 1 here to the Jyn Erso U-Wing. Though, Benthick's pretty hurt too. Blue's got 1 shield. Looks like he's going into Benthick then. 2 hits into Benthick. 2 natties. All right, the other arc is going to finish off the hurt Leia U-Wing. I think he can get a kill shot there by... No, he doesn't have the focus. Double natties! Ooh! Ooh! Leia one squeezes out of that engagement. So it looks like Enano's got 1 shot. Benthick no shot, and the Leia U-Wing no shot. So ends up with hit, crit, and an evade. So I believe that last U-Wing is going to end up with then, 2 shields down. All right. So Enano is still up on points right now because there is a full 104th Battalion off the board. Michael only is able to score the half of the Leia U-Wing, though he is both of them starting to spread damage around. They both have to figure out a way to make sure that they're keeping their ships on the board and obviously taking the other ships off the board. The U-Wings are definitely at a disadvantage here because they only have the front arc and have to reduce their agility by rotating if they stop, whereas the already 1 agility arcs have those 2 dice rear arc shots, So not as much as a problem as far as maneuverability. I know, is this called Soldier Boy? I have no idea. This is Nova. And this is a Grand Championship. This is in Washington, D.C. Let's see here. Did I... Oh, I gave him the wounded crit, but not the wounded card. Thank you for that, chat. I need you guys' help, especially when I get distracted. So it looks like we have the arcs here trying to position themselves to make sure that they can take advantage of those rear arcs. Looks like, yep, he did flip that wounded pilot here. Definitely needs to do that. Can't risk taking a stress because he's very obviously in a K-turn lane in the corner there. The Leia Ewing's peacing out. Says, I like my Leia. She's got infinite range. So I like my 25 points. Or 24, I guess. That's only a 49-point ship. So doing a little bit of a disengage action. Going to fix that weapons failure. That is true. This will be 2 charges on that Leia, so really needs to find a way to take it down. Benthick's out, handing out focus tokens, as you do. Jin goes to pursue the other arc. May have arc on there. Gonna be hard to tell. And he's confident. Grabs the lock. Well, he already had the focus, so getting some good. Enano's doing great at getting those double modified shots on those prime targets. Magva might not have arc there. Going down the line, it might be just past the base there. His action's gonna dictate exactly what he thinks. He's eyeballing that, and he says, no, I won't have a shot there. We'll just focus up for defense. All right. Everyone here, plenty of room to hard one or one bank, and he's peacing out, actually. Over the debris. Onto the debris. That's an... Oh, he's slooping. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Had to sloop onto the debris. Ends up double stress. Obi-Wan's got the force, so not a huge deal. What he's trying to do is protect himself. It's the most expensive piece, and by far his most important in the end game. Has the R2 astromech, so could risk some damage. Not a big deal. Trying to take down that Benthic. Michael has done a good job of trying to split up these Yoongs as much as possible. 2 hits from Obi-Wan. Benthic's got to focus, so ultimately ends up taking 1, which I do believe is points then. Yep, and Michael takes the lead with that shot. Yep, that looked just out of arc. So we got a range 1 rear onto Magma. Ooh, nice, 3 hits. Yep, spends it there. Ultimately takes 1. Thanks for the subscription. We got 20 more to go for that Spoon Lord giveaway. Gonna go into Magma here instead of the Jin. Single hit. Single evade. So, check an arc from Jin. Looks like possibly range 1. There's range 2. It's got the lock. There it is. Double modifying out there. Getting it done. Ooh, gets the evade, so taking hit crit there. Damaged engine. That's okay. Not a big deal. A panic pilot right there would have been real bad. Damage engine. It's going to increase the difficulty of all his hard maneuvers, but he's very obviously in a K-turn position right now. That's a good call. I like the idea of that. Michael's got the ability to lay it now, and those U-Wings can close in on Obi-Wan, get a kill box going this direction right here. And if Obi-Wan's clearing stress, he's going to be right in the middle of all 3 of those arcs. It's going to be a risky call, but with the double stressed Obi-Wan potentially hitting that debris for a 3rd time, he's going to struggle to get out of those arcs. So it might be an opportunity to Enano really put some pressure on that Obi-Wan. Both of the arcs here. This one's got to K-turn. This one, if it's going to have any meaningful impact in the game, he's going to need to K-turn as well. So he's going to leave. It's kind of Obi-Wan. They only got 1 bank, 2 bank, like this. So most of those directions are going to end up in that kill box. Leia squeezes away with just a single health. And honestly, that might be the difference in this game right now, is that Leia escaping. Five straight might not get him past the U-Wing. It's going to be hard to say. He can. There's that Leia flip. So I think Enano has to do it. He's got the opportunity here. He's got the arc scattered. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. If he can, if Obi-Wan can run into a ship, could be a way to prevent one of those shots. It'll be interesting to see what he decides to do about it. Hopefully he recognized that these U-Wings were going to set up that kill box for him with the Leia activation. Leia's flying around, trying to stay out of the fight for as long as possible here. Hold on to 24 points and being able to activate Leia. That ship has no reason to ever get back into the fight. Ooh, the 180 flip. Yep, they're going for the potential Obi-Wan kill box. Now with that amount of firepower, it could actually take Obi-Wan down in one round. He's only got, he does have full force right now. Didn't end up spending any last round. Oh yeah, there it is. Setting up that kill box. 3 bank might get Obi-Wan out of that arc, but it's going to be very close. Benthic throws it over to Magliaro, who might, oh man. Magliaro's got that crack shot line right here. We'll see where crack shot set up and a double modifying. So it looks like Obi-Wan decided to try to keep out of range 1 while still obtaining a shot. And looks like he might be out of that bullseye. It's going to be close. Ends up removing his stress and gaining his stress from that. Still up at 3 force. Got a range 1 on Benthic, who does only have 4 health. So could take him down with a double blank scenario here. Ooh, hit crit. Ooh, rolls the evade, or single. So hit, and the crit is damage sensor array. So basically totally fine. Oh, it's all Benthic's ever done is focus, so totally fine. There's a Magma reroll here into a blank from the block. Spends the Benthic focus token she received for 2 hits. Obi-Wan's got 2 agility. Ends up spending a force to block 1 and loses a shield. So far so good. Was not in bullseye. So was able to prevent that. I will see if the arcs have range. Looks just out, and oof, just out. Oh, that hurts. So this is range 2 from Jin. 3 hits. Another evade there, so Obi-Wan's down the last of his shields. Or sorry, dodged one? He's only got 1 shield now. So just a hit crit there from Benthic. Double evade. There it is. So for Michael's screen or board there, ultimately ends up with 1 shield left for Obi-Wan. Full force now. And they are primed to continue the engagement. Let's check on the scores here. 53 to 63. Very, very close. Being able to have Obi-Wan be a huge, huge deciding factor in this game. Just a reminder here, we do have our coupon code World Tour 2019 for 20% off of Kurapal Creatives. Also applies 15% off of any District Foundry orders as well. So go check them out. We love our sponsors. Great guys. Andrew Knuckles, Ken Cho. I think it's Kinshaw. I might have said that wrong. If you want to get more active with Gold Squadron, go ahead and type !Discord in Twitch chat, and we'll give you a link to our Discord channel. We can talk to us directly, get special prizes for being a Patreon, a Twitch subscriber, get into our different channels, where you can talk about lists, give some list suggestions for our lists of the week, and questions of the week as well for our Tuesday night podcast. You can also get a hold of Luke, show off the awesome painting you've been doing while watching his paint cast. So U-Wings are in a bit of a odd position here because they're going to need to open up those wings and do some maneuvers. It's going to be hard to say what exactly the best situation is. Honestly, I would take this benthic into the middle here. You can post up there. Probably a hard 2 won't bump, so that these guys can flip around and get those arcs either facing this way or get them facing basically towards whatever U-wing, or excuse me, whatever the whichever way would get them marks on this kind of hurt U-wing. Or man, I keep flipping around. I apologize. Well, I will say that it's been very exciting, popping off a lot of shots, but some hot evades is just keeping a couple of these ships still on the board long after they're welcoming or whatever. All right, Benthic deciding just a 1 bank here. It's unfortunately going to prevent his action and prevent the 2 tubes focus passing. All right, looks like Leia Ewing's going to end up hitting that gas cloud out there. Still trying to avoid the engagement, though that's going to be painful if Obi-Wan did end up doing a 3 bank and can blast that Leia and grab some quick points. Looks like the U-Wings are going to be... Looks like the U-Wings here. Oh, getting the yawns already. I drank a big coffee, but I'm going to blame Marcel. And whatever Tyrannosaurus was caught in his throat last night. Not keeping me up. I was pretty tired, so I went to bed early, but certainly a rude awakening. Let's see what this Obi-Wan did. Oh, he's just trying to clear stress here. He does need to eventually take some more actions. And I think that was the decision with Benthic there. If Obi-Wan tried to just 1 bank, he would have just been stuck there. Magma and the other U-Wing would have had range 1s onto him. But he's able to clear stress, hit a gas cloud, no big deal. Still ends up having 3 shots on him, though. And he chose not to regen? I'm very curious about that. Magma looking for a crack shot opportunity there. Was not. So we have some long range shots here. Actually, they look like range 2. So just a single hit to Magma, who dodges it. The other arc's going to be range 3. Trying to hit the Jin one if possible, but ultimately has to settle for Magma. Pretty good. 3 hits coming in. 1 dodge there, and Jin is, or excuse me, that's Magma. Magma is down shields. Looks like a range 2 here. Onto Obi-Wan. Excuse me, range 3. I was able to dodge 1 and will end up taking... Oh, sorry, that was Benthic. That was this shot. That makes more sense. Now we're going into Obi-Wan. Yeah, he's able to spend a force, preventing as much damage as he can there. And looks like another range 2. No mods. 2 more hits coming in. And Obi-Wan ultimately dodges 1 and loses a shield. So it's down a force. Down all the shields. Force comes right back. So pretty force healthy there. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't. Surprised he didn't regen that round, especially with trying to clear stress. So hard to say what Marco's thoughts on that was. Could have been a forgotten opportunity. There's doesn't seem that Leia was the second to last shot and ended up missing. So we got the arcs coming in here to pursue. as best they can. Obi-Wan is going to have a hard time. I can see Benthic heading out this way, and these guys heading up over here, trying to set up a kill box there. But if Obi-Wan clears his stress, he's got very few places to go. Marcel Manzano, one of our Gold Squadron hosts, just came back with a report. Turned in his match slip. Was able to pull off a win. He's flying his USA squadron back from Poland. How many players are here today? Do you know, Tim? I don't think we filled all 100 tables, or 100 tables. I don't think we filled all 50 tables. 95 players. So we're looking at most 4 and 2s will make it then? All right, we're going to do some counting here. Did a 3 and 3 end up making it yesterday? 2 of them ended up making it yesterday. That is crazy. That's a big cut for, I wouldn't say small, but all right, looks like we have a red barrel roll coming in from the outside arc. Hey, Fun Bobby. Good morning. I don't know what time it is on the East Coast or West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. I know what time it is here. I know what time it is. Yep, there's that Benthic coming around. Still going to keep range 2, so he can hand off a focus to his friends. $95. 90. Oh, I want a Bloody Mary. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's see what the 3 hours behind. I'm not good at that math. So it's
all but 1, 4, and 2 should make it.
all but 1.
All but 1, 4, and 2.
All right. So Tim,
We got 1, 4, and 2.
Tim just giving Tim Hillen here giving us the tournament breakdown, and it seems like as long as weird things don't happen in the pairings, all but 1, 4, and 2 will move on to tomorrow's elimination rounds. So everybody's going to be fighting for not only faction prizes, but for that 4 and 2 record. Top 4 getting prizes. First place in faction of each day is going to get a beautiful template set. Everyone's pretty excited about it. You get dial covers, specialty cards, all of the things. So let's see where Obi-Wan ended up going here. He's two banking out. Still not regenning?
X-Wing players, 5 minutes remaining in round 1. 5 minutes.
Does Michael now understand that he's got regen on his Obi-Wan? Nope, he flipped it. He's flipping the charges. 95 players today. So it gets back a shield. Debating his actions. Does have full force to get some boost and barrel rolling going. Time is counting down. So Obi-Wan's got to keep his points on the board without compromising his arcs. 13 players, yes. Or less? No, we have more players today. There was only 82 yesterday. All right. See what Magma thinks here. Potentially obstructed. Magma must have been out of range there. So that was Hull going into Magva. Going to end up scoring her points by doing that. So just one crit there. Range 3. Does that take the Leia down? A triple blank on the Leia. Oh, they're checking him for obstruction right now. That's a good judge call right there. That blank determines it. I think it's unobstructed in my mind, which means a triple blank is going to end up scoring a lot of points there. 24 for the rest of that Leia U-wing. Yep. So a crit there. It's damage sensor array. Doesn't matter. Boom. Mike was able to score up the rest of the points on that Leia, bringing him to a total of 103. 3 dice now from the Initiative 2 U-Wings. Obi-Wan ultimately takes a damage, and that'll be the shield he regenerated here. He's got one more chance to dodge the shots. But the U-Wings have him pinned in a corner here. Simultaneous fire from Leia. Oh no! That's going to give him his damage, which is going to confirm Obi-Wan's half points now. I can't go back up to full. He's only got one shield charge left. Whew. Oh, it gives a very close game. Michael's got a slim lead right now, coming into the last couple rounds. The judge might have given them an extra round. They occasionally give the stream game an extra minute or two. So we'll see if this ends up being ultimately the last round. All right. So dials down. It's going to be a very close game. It's going to go down to the wire. I do not have. I need my muted symbol. There it goes. Are you not working today? No. For some reason, my muted doesn't trigger like it should. I'll try to be better about hitting that mute button when I do it on purpose. I fully agree with Rouge Lambs. The Obi-Wan surviving or dying, I think, is the game. He's got all of his U-Wings facing towards him. He's going to leave the open arcs, or the arcs open to get some fire. Neither one of them looks like they're going to end up with a modifier. One hits the gas cloud, another one bumps. And we'll see if the U-Wings can get a block or something. Now everyone has extra 2 minutes. How do you know from Bobby? We'll see. We got quite the crowd gathering around the stream table today. The event is in full swing here at the Nova Open. Everyone's very excited to get some gaming in. Tabletop miniatures all over the place. All right, looks like that's the Jin. Hits a gas cloud, snow modifier there. Benthic was able to pass the focus token over to Magba. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Bobby. I did not see that phone. That's why I need you guys. I need you guys' help. I can't see everything. So Magba ends up on the gas cloud, or possibly already had the lock. Not quite sure. All right, Obi-Wan decides not to regen here, and I think he's going to go for a kill. If he's going down, he's going to bring somebody with him. I think a boost would be in order there. Boost arc dodge. Yep, some fine-tuned controls. There it is. Chose violence here, Obi-Wan. And if he can take the dice down, or excuse me, if you take Benthic down, he might have already dodged him, but he could get some extra points here. So he gets just the single focus here. So that's going to end up being just a crit. Going on to Benthic. And it's consoled fire. Ooh. Still a chance for him to score. Now, unfortunately, he engages after the U-Wings, or after the arcs have shot, which means Michael won't know if that consoled fire kills Benthic or not. We got Magma's double modified shot here coming in. Tiger lock, there it is. Into an eyeball, and has to debate whether to spend it, and goes all in on this attack. He can guarantee at least one goes through, and that's hit crit. And Obi-Wan is done for. Crit's blinded, no big deal. So it looks like they're doing some discussing points now. Trying to decide who is up and what needs to be done. Michael needs 34? No, 33 points to take the lead. And I think he needs to take these ships off the board. It's nothing on the first one. And he needs to take one of these down. Magva's at 3. Jin's at 6, so Jin's not an option here. There's potential that Benthic can die from that consoled fire. I don't think that'll be enough points, though. 3 hits there. Looks a little cocked, so decides to re-roll it. Same result, very nice. Single evade. And Magba ends up with 2 more and stays on the board. This is the consoled fire for a blank. And I believe that is game. And Enano claims victory by taking down Obi-Wan in the last round. I'm going to go give him the points updates, and we'll do a little bit of giveaways. All right, guys. We got a couple minutes here, so the games are finishing up. Don't forget the, whoa, I can't, where's my camera? Coupon code World Tour 2019 for 20% off Copal Creatives and District Foundry. We're gonna do some giveaways here. I got some awesome cards to give away. This is a dual set of, they call them Jeff Goldblum Grievuses. I love these. That's so great. This is from our friends at Liberty Squadron, art by Mark Moriarty down there. It's a 2-set. You get both the pilot and the crew. Yeah. I forgot. He could have been a gunner. Let's see. I got a couple of these to give away. I got four full sets. So we're giving them out 4 full sets for our giveaways right now. So to be eligible for the giveaway, you need to be posting in the chat. I want to see those gunboats. I want to see the Dion's. I want to see the evades. I want to see everything. If you go in there, you do have a better chance. If you are a subscriber, you can do that through Twitch Prime subscriptions. All right, giving you another moment here. Like I said, I got 4 of these to give away. When you do win, you put !win, fill it out, and in the form, say you get the Liberty Squadron set of Grievuses. You're gonna get both. Dion's in bed, so he won't know what happened when he looks at that winning form. So we're gonna do 4 of them here. First one, giving away to drum roll. All right, gonna give a little bit here. There it is. We got to get those. I had to refresh, so sorry. You got to put it one more time in the chat, quick. We got 35 eligible users. Put them in the chat. Where's those Dion's? Where's the evades? Say something in the chat, and you'll be eligible to win here. All right, we're rolling it. First one's going to Genettos with the Liberty Squadron set of giveaways. That's Liberty Squadron Grievous set. All right, who else we got here? We're gonna keep going. !win. !win. Genettos. Next one is P. Zagara. !win. Fill it out. Getting that Liberty Squadron set. So we got one more. We got 2 more here. This is Ember as well. Exclamation point, Remus. That's super funny. Wait, who did I just say? Who did I just say a second ago? I'm waiting for your name in the chat. If you want, !win. We're gonna do one more here. Roll it. And this is going to Bubba Ghost. 182182 ends up with the last Grievous set. Oh, Pizarro, thank you. Everybody in the chat for helping me out with that. This is Bubba Ghost. Yeah, you're certainly welcome. Exclamation point win, fill out the form. There you go, you got it. That's going to be our stats for today. I'm going to tease. Let me go back to my camera here so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, look at this. So, if we hit this today, our 750 goal for subscribing, in addition to the Spoon Lord giveaway, and you're like, what's the Spoon Lord giveaway? You're going to have to watch the Australian stream. You have to figure out what that is. But we have one more other prize that it ties in with this. If we hit that 750 goal by round 6, it's only 17 more subscribers. Check this out. This is a huge General Grievous card. I don't have small hands. All right, I can just do a comparison, I guess. Look how big this card is. This is a regular size upgrade card. This is the huge General Grievous card. But once again, by Liberty Squadron and Mark Moriarty being the artist there. If we hit that, I'm going to weigh this huge card to somebody. If we don't, I get to keep it then. So, you better you better hit that goal. You can give subscriptions. I think that counts. So, this is huge. This is enormous. It's crazy big. I love this. I want it though, but I want to give it away even more. All right, so let me mark these down. I'll put these away. We got a bunch more stream prizes. 5 more games today. We have then as well Australian. I got to get you on camera in here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. That is awesome, dude. What are you flying?
3 Phantoms. Whisper, Echo, and Signal.
Oh, nice. He's flying 3 Phantoms. No Krennic out there? Oh, they don't got crew slots anymore.
Crew slots anymore, so I can Whisper, but I can't anymore.
Fair enough, man. That was awesome. All right, we are going to go to a wait screen here. They're just finishing up list entries, so we probably got about 15 more minutes here, or 10 or so minutes left. So we'll begin starting after that. So, should just be a minute here.